Upon beginning my studies at university, I was under the impression that the most important aspects of teaching were classroom routines and behaviour management, which I presented in this poster for a DPP assignment in Year 2. However, I now know that these aspects cannot be successfully implemented without being underpinned by core values. One of my core values is that I believe in collaboration in the classroom. From what I know from my own school experience, rote learning was being practiced, which meant that silence in the classroom was needed for us to memorise all the information. Because of university and academic reading, I now understand that talk is needed in the classroom to help children consolidate and build on one another's ideas. Vygotsky, Mercer, Alexander and Barnes all present different methods of talk in the classroom that can aid children in their understanding. I saw the effects of using talk partners during school-based training. During carpet time, the teacher would ask a question where a few hands would be raised. She then directed the children to talk to their talk partners and joined in with the discussions. When she repeated the question, most of the children could offer an answer. It is because of this that I now believe that silent classrooms are ineffective at helping the children to access the learning, and that classroom talk can help children to build on one another's ideas and achieve a greater depth of understanding. From university seminars, I now understand that the role of the teacher is to facilitate talk in the classroom by using prompting questions supported by Bloom's taxonomy, which will encourage children to get involved in discussions and help build on one another's ideas. However, before the teacher can ask children to talk, they first need to establish an ethos that shows the children that if they offer an answer, their answer will be valued, rather than what I experienced in school where the teacher wouldn't develop or consider an answer if it was not the one they were looking for. Another core value is that I believe in promoting the holistic development of each child. Before beginning university, my understanding was that children were sat in ability groups and made to work on certain levelled work. For many schools, this allows teachers to monitor progress more easily and plan for work accordingly. However, my beliefs have now changed as school-based training has shown the detrimental effects that forcing a child to do work that is above their ability can have. A child who was of a high ability struggled at a task that he was made to do and could not complete it. He showed emotional distress and began to view himself as a failure. It is because of this example that I now agree with Hart et al., who believes that children should have a say in their learning. This is demonstrated by the Roxham School, which utilises the choice challenge strategy, allowing children to choose the complexity of a task they want to complete. This has inspired my own core value as it focuses on the well-being of the child more than the academic success. My reasoning was strengthened by a guest lecture with Adrian Buthain, who inspired me to focus on the mindfulness and well-being of a child, in which Adrian's research found in doing so, the child will be more able to focus on the learning and more willing to challenge themselves. I also believe in nurturing effort, resilience and independence in every child so they can exceed their current ability. Prior to university, I believe that I had a fixed mindset as I was labelled as gifted and talented in primary school, which led me to rest on my laurels and apply little effort. This hindered me during secondary school as I did not possess the knowledge or skills needed to tackle problems. This led me to be entered into a maths exam that was capped at a C, forcing me to doubt myself and my intelligence. When I was informed that I would need to take a maths test to pass the application process for university, I became unsure of my abilities as I was believed I could not pass it due to being doubted in school. However, I passed the test, and therefore I now agree with Carol Dweck's mindset approach, which presents that intelligence is not fixed and can be developed if the focus is applied to the effort rather than the outcome. I have seen growth mindsets being implemented on placement, which has further supported my own beliefs as I observed children getting an answer wrong, yet instead of demotivating them, they went away and tried harder, focusing on where they could have gone wrong. The teacher recognised this effort and praised them on it using phrases such as, "I can see you've tried hard to improve this." This phrase placed emphasis on the effort of the child rather than the intelligence that the child possessed. Due to this module, I now understand how core values are at the heart of my teacher personality and that I need to be secure in my understanding of them to develop other classroom strategies. I will approach behaviour and classroom routines according to my core values and my current school's ethos, which will ideally mirror one another.